Australia is slashing visa wait times. Canada's offering permanent residency faster than ever. But here's what no one's telling you. One of these countries is quietly making it harder to get in. If you're planning to immigrate in 2025, chances are you're torn between two giants, Australia and Canada. On the surface, both look like dream destinations: clean streets, strong economies, and governments actively welcoming newcomers. But the truth is, beneath the headlines, one of them is rolling out the red carpet, while the other is tightening the gates without warning. And unless you understand what's really happening, you might waste years applying to the wrong country. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand, whether you're chasing fast PR, high job security, or the best long-term future for your family. You'll have the clarity to choose wisely. And wait till you hear which country just made a major move to attract tech workers. In early 2025, Canada launched one of its boldest immigration overhauls yet. After falling short of previous immigration targets due to processing backlogs and economic uncertainty, the Canadian government came out swinging, announcing a plan to bring in 500,000 skilled workers this year alone. The goal? Fill critical gaps in healthcare, IT, and construction. And they didn't just throw numbers around. They revamped the express entry system, prioritizing applicants with French language skills, job offers, or experience in key sectors. For tech workers and healthcare professionals, this was music to their ears. Meanwhile, across the Pacific, Australia wasn't sitting still. Their new Skilled Migration Reform Package promises visa processing in under 21 days for top-tier applicants. Sounds like a win until you look closer. The catch? More and more applicants are being pushed into regional placement schemes, meaning they must live and work in less populated areas for years before they can move to big cities like Sydney or Melbourne. So while both countries are ramping things up, they're also quietly creating barriers. But immigration isn't just about paperwork, it's about economy and opportunity. Let's talk about jobs, because a visa is only as good as the life it unlocks. Meet Rohan, a 31-year-old software engineer from Mumbai. He got Canadian PR in early 2024 and moved to Vancouver. But weeks turned into months, and despite his impressive resume, he couldn't land a single tech job. Why? Oversaturation and budget cuts in the local tech scene. Meanwhile, Maria, a full-stack developer from Sao Paulo, moved to Sydney under Australia's 482 visa. Within 3 weeks, she had 3 job offers, and is now leading a small AI team at a startup in Brisbane. What's going on here? Canada's job market is currently overshadowed by economic caution. Startups are hiring cautiously, and layoffs from 2024 are still impacting job availability. In contrast, Australia's economy is seeing a post-pandemic boom in key sectors, especially clean energy, agriculture tech, and logistics. The demand for skilled labor is intense, and that's leading to quicker employment for newcomers. Let's break it down. Canada's unemployment rate recently ticked up to 6.3%, mostly in urban hubs. Australia's unemployment rate, hovering at a low 4.1%, with particular strength in regional industries. Average tech salary, slightly higher in Australia, especially for mid-senior roles. But what about long-term stability and permanent residency? Who's got the edge? This is where the game really changes. Take the story of the Al-Fulanis, a family of 4 originally from Nigeria. One part of the family settled in Montreal, the other half went to Adelaide, Australia. In Canada, the family received PR in just under 16 months through the Provincial Nominee Program. They were then eligible for citizenship after 3 years of living full-time in the country. In Australia, the Adelaide-based family got PR within 10 months, faster, but now face a regional commitment clause that means they can't move to a major city until they complete 3 full years of regional employment. And citizenship? That'll take another 4 years with strict residency proofs. And family reunification? That's another hot topic. Canada still allows spousal sponsorships, dependent children, and even elderly parents with more lenient income thresholds. Australia, on the other hand, has increased income requirements and limited extended family visas unless through regional channels. So while both countries offer a path to citizenship, Canada's is slightly slower, but smoother. Australia's might be quicker at first, but comes with strict placement rules. And here's where lifestyle really separates these two giants. Some say immigration is about jobs, others say it's about lifestyle. Aaliyah, a nurse from the Philippines, chose Canada because she wanted free healthcare, snow in December, and to raise her kids in a bilingual, multicultural country. Meanwhile, Lucas, an architect from Argentina, picked Australia for its outdoor culture, coastal living, and year-round sunshine. He now surfs every morning before work. Here's what matters. 1. Cost of living. Both are high, but Australia's major cities, especially Sydney, are among the world's most expensive. Canada's cities like Calgary and Ottawa are more affordable. 2. Healthcare. Both have public systems, but Canada's is free at point of service. Australia has Medicare, but some services require co-payments. 3. Weather and climate. This one's obvious. Canada's winters are harsh. Australia offers sun, sea, and beach nearly year-round. 4. Cultural diversity. Canada still ranks as one of the most immigrant-welcoming nations on Earth, but Australia is catching up, especially in cities like Melbourne and Brisbane. But immigration isn't just about where, it's about when. Timing matters more than you think. If you're watching this in mid-2025, here's what's coming. In Canada, Immigration Minister plans to raise CRS, Comprehensive Ranking System, score thresholds for express entry, making it harder to qualify without a job offer. There's a proposal on the table to reduce quotas for family reunification by 15% due to housing shortages. Political shifts in 2026 could lead to stricter language requirements or income minimums for sponsors. In Australia, the government is preparing to expand regional programs even further, especially in Northern Territory and Western Australia. Urban intake may be capped, meaning fewer slots for Sydney or Melbourne applications. Rumors suggest Australia could tighten its temporary to permanent visa transitions, making it harder for students to stay long-term. Global events like rising tensions in the Middle East or climate displacement in Southeast Asia could also shift quotas unexpectedly. Bottom line, if you qualify now, don't wait. Immigration policies change faster than you think. So, if you had to choose right now, Australia or Canada? Let's keep it real. If you're looking for fast processing and higher salaries, and you don't mind living outside a major city for a while, Australia might be your best bet in 2025. But if you're focused on family reunification, free healthcare, and a smooth path to citizenship, Canada still holds the crown. Every case is different, but knowing what's actually changing behind the headlines, that's your power. Let's take this further. Because behind the policies and headlines, there are real people navigating these choices, and sometimes, what's on paper doesn't match real life. Jacob was a mechanical engineer from South Africa. He applied for Canadian PR through the Express Entry system in 2023 and was approved by mid-2024. He landed in Toronto with optimism, ready to take on his dream job and build a future. But things didn't go as planned. The job market was tight. He faced multiple rejections because his Canadian experience was lacking. His savings started draining within 6 months, and he ended up taking a delivery job to make ends meet. His takeaway?
Canada welcomed me on paper, but I felt like a ghost in the job market.
Fast forward to 2025, he's now planning to relocate to Australia under the Global Talent Visa, targeting Brisbane's engineering sector. And he's not alone. Hundreds of skilled migrants are pivoting after facing underemployment in Canada. And then there's Rina. Rina is a 29-year-old midwife from Indonesia. In 2024, she got sponsored through Australia's Skilled Work Regional Provisional Visa and moved to Tasmania. At first, the idea of working outside a major city seemed like a compromise. But what she found instead was community, career growth, and speed. Her PR application was processed in just 9 months. She received priority placement in the public hospital system. Now she's mentoring other international applicants and plans to apply for citizenship in 2027.
Everyone told me to aim for Sydney, but Tasmania gave me a career, not just a job.
These stories highlight one thing. Location matters, but so does flexibility. You can win in both countries, but only if you know how to play the game. Here's where a huge number of migrants start their journey: education. In 2025, international students still make up one of the largest pipelines for long-term immigration. But again, Canada and Australia have taken very different paths. The Postgraduate Work Permit (PGWP) program remains active, allowing up to 3 years of open work permits. But new policies in 2025 now tie work permits to areas of demand. Students from low-demand programs like business management or hospitality are facing tighter post-study restrictions. Additionally, tuition for international students has skyrocketed in certain provinces, prompting criticism from immigrant advocates.
It's not enough to study in Canada anymore. You have to study something Canada actually wants.
Australia, meanwhile, has leaned into education as a deliberate immigration funnel. The temporary graduate visa, subclass 485, now includes a longer post-study work period, up to 4 years for certain degrees. Regional universities offer priority PR pathways, and some states are offering direct invitations for students who graduate in-demand programs.
Australia is now treating student visas as talent acquisition, says one immigration lawyer. They're actively filtering students for residency before they even graduate.
Now that you've seen both sides, which country would you choose in 2025? Is it Canada, with its structured programs, inclusive society, and long-term pathways? Or is it Australia, with faster approvals, bigger paychecks, and sun-drenched cities? Drop your answer in the comments. Share your story, because your experience could help someone else make the right call. Like this video if it helped you see through the immigration noise. Subscribe and hit that bell, because next week we're diving into the 10 easiest countries to get citizenship in 2025 inches, including 2 you've probably never even considered. Until then, keep dreaming smart and migrating smarter.